Oh, we are live. Okay. Welcome to the Western Ultimate League. We are here today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We have Los Angeles Astra versus the San Diego Super Bloom. Welcome all. So excited to have you all here with us. I am Sydney Haranik, and I will be speaking here with Neha Vandergeer, and she will be here momentarily. And we will get started soon. Thank you for joining us. We have both teams getting started to get on out there for the roster call, and then we will hopefully be starting at 4 p.m. sharp. Welcome, Neha.
Hey, Sydney. On the screen here we see San Diego Super Bloom warming up on their home field. Weather conditions are not too bad today. A little bit of wind. Temperature is in the 80s here in San Diego. Excuse me, 78 degrees. It'll be a little bit of a windy game, I think, and expect to see both of these SoCal teams try and battle through the wind. Observers today, we have Logan Manlove, Keith Temple, and Cynthia Love. Thank you again to our observers who come and support the league and are a really big part of the Frisbee community. Here we've got the Los Angeles Astra roster. Sydney, what are your musings from this Los Angeles Astra squad?
Great question, Neha. I am really excited to see Astra down here, and honestly so excited to have them back in the WUL. They were in the PUL last season, and now they are back here in SoCal. Good to have them. They have a few returners out here. We see on our screen, we have Avalon Iwagawa, we have Stephanie Pritchard. Both of them have been around since the WL start in 2020. And also a lot of younger players. We have Bella Pearson, also Maddie Shade coming out. Returner from Arizona, Carly Steiner, has moved out to LA. So kind of a new squad here, and I'm curious to see how they match up against this Super Bloom team who has really been very, very steady throughout the course of the past 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that when you look at the WL, San Diego Super Bloom really does stand out as a team and a program that has lasted throughout the years. Many returners coming back, while some other teams, such as Astra, has had some turnover in terms of players. Who are the players to look out for on Super Bloom?
On Super Bloom, I mean, you could really say all the players here are substantial athletes and just incredible to watch. We have Mars Bao, which will be playing and representing Super Bloom today. As always, we'll have Kayla Helton and Kristen Pajunas out there who are very strong in the roster, have been around also since the beginning. And we are looking forward to seeing also so many good options here. I know we have some players of the game, and I'll find them for you right now, Neha. We have Charlize Tan, a WL debut, so that's very exciting. Very quick, very good leading throws into space, so I'll be excited to see what she does on the field. Kyra Korjanikova, capable of getting big blocks and huge gainers. Jenna Mansfield, all the way from a SDSU. Very strong player there, all-around athlete. On defense, uses quickness to push off her offensive players to less desirable spaces, and really look out for her to get some run-through Ds today. So that will be very exciting to see her out there. And of course, number 38, a fan favorite, will have Abby Schultz. So she was a definite strong player of 2 weeks ago when Super Bloom came out and played the Falcons. She had 271 receiving yards and 6 goals, which is one of the most goals ever scored in any WL game in the past 5 years. So a lot to look out for from San Diego Super Bloom.
Yeah, I think coach is really highlighting the younger players in San Diego. Although we did emphasize the strength of the returning crew, there are quite a few younger players on San Diego, and relying on them is going to be a big part of how this program continues to maintain its strength. Here on the field, you're seeing the calls out for all of the different Los Angeles Astra players. Let's talk a little bit about the players to look out for Astra, Sydney.
Yeah, Neha, let's do that, shall we? We have Malias, a.k.a. Rune, received one of the game discs for her excellent play and triumphant return to action in the season opener against Falcons. Very exciting game. Falcons took the win, 15-12, but Astra really had a strong comeback and some very athletic plays. We'll also be looking out for Ava Eck, a.k.a. Viper. We love the nicknames here in Ultimate Frisbee. Viper, often more than just a glimpse of a player to watch out for years to come. Very talented handler, some of the smoothest throws you'll see in the college game, and a senior at UC Irvine, so very excited to see her out here. And then we'll have number 40, Veronica Yee, aka Avatar, so a veteran from the LA Ultimate scene. Avatar has long been a defensive playmaker. Though less showy on the offensive end, she has emerged as an equally impactful player through her steady and consistent effort. And can be a physical therapist for you. So very exciting to see some of these players come to life on the field out here today.
And, you know, we did get a chance to kind of hear a little bit about LA and how they're feeling about this game. I guess any kind of insights you can bring and tell the folks watching at home about, you know, LA's sort of process to get here and how the team is feeling today.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how they come together. Like I said, San Diego is very strong in this league, and we've seen a lot from them. We know they love their defensive sag. We know kind of who their star players are. And I think Astra, knowing that, can come out here and really play their intelligence with San Diego and use that to their advantage. So I really believe Astra is a very scrappy team. I think they have quick offense if they are able to get those fast breaks and move the disc. They had 2 chances for breaks 2 weekends ago on 22 offensive chances. So we'll see if they can kind of raise that completion percentage up. I think they were about 80% on that, whereas Super Bloom was 91%. So a lot of room for growth here, and I really just think they need to capitalize on knowing this team.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be pretty interesting to see because LA does have some changes in their roster due to players being sick or unable to make the game. And I think that probably is a bit destabilizing, but might give them a little bit of an edge to Super Bloom, and maybe some players are not expecting the matchups that they had thought going into this game. So I'm hoping to see a good fight for both teams. I think that if I was betting money, I think I think I might put my money on Super Bloom here, but I want to see Los Angeles really play to their strengths and have a good fight for this lovely SoCal matchup. Here we're seeing the coin flip happening. Captains of Super Bloom and Astra greeting each other. We've got number 3 Chip Yen, as well as number 20 Maddie Shade from Los Angeles Astra, and we've got number 5 Kayla Helton, number 96 Julia Peden, and number 99 Lexa Stambaugh from San Diego here to do the coin flip.
Yeah, all 6 incredible players. Maddie Shade had a great game against Falcons 2 weeks ago, and again, like I do think Astra has the opportunity if they can they have a lot of athletes, very athletic team. You've seen Amy Lee had a play of the game 2 weeks ago. And so if they can just keep up that level of hype and excitement and make their matchups count, then I really think we could have a very competitive game. And I'm excited to see that come to life. Looks like everyone's happy with the coin flip.
Looks like the coin flip is through. We'll see who has the first pull here in just a few minutes. Quick recap on the 2026 season standings. So this year, now that we're back to 8 teams, we've got two divisions. We've got the North and the South, Seattle, Colorado, Oregon, and Utah playing in the North, and Arizona, San Diego, Bay Area, and Los Angeles playing in the South. Focusing on the South a little bit more today, this is a in-conference matchup, so Los Angeles playing San Diego. Los Angeles losing to the Falcons last weekend, 2 weekends ago, and at home. It was a close matchup, and I guess, do you have any musings from that game that you want to talk about, Sydney, and maybe some adjustments that Los Angeles might make here?
Yeah, I watched the game, and it is kind of Falcons was up 3-0 on Astra at that game, and then, you know, Astra starts to get into the swing of things. Like I said, they're a new team. A lot of these players come from different club teams, whereas Super Bloom, Falcons, a lot of them are very used to playing with each other across these club teams, and Astra is a little different in that sense. So I think if they can hone in on their handler sets and just be looking to dump early, looking to get those fast breaks when they do get the D and capitalize on those plays, then I think that's what I would like to see from them. I think just looking to make that safe throw. Hucks looked really good against the Falcons, I will say, and they scored, I think, 3 of their 8 opportunities. It was pretty windy that game. So I'm hoping to see more of that here as well, but I know that's not something that Super Bloom hates to do. I mean, they have some great huckers on the team as well, so we'll see if this is more of a small ball type of game or if we you know, bring the bombs out early.
Looks like we are very close to the first pull of the game. For those of you at home, it looks like Los Angeles Astra will be taking the first pull here. We've got number 34, Amanda Ring, kicking us off. Remember, the WL is played in 4 quarters, 12 minutes a quarter, taking a break at halftime. Ring pulls the disc to about the 50-yard line.
And we are off.
Rebecca Ellis picking up the disc. Hits Mika Leslie in the backfield. Looking upfield, a little bit stagnant from the upfield cutters to Ellis on the sideline. Oh, and a drop there by San Diego. Los Angeles with an early break opportunity.
And this is their time. This is where they really need to just stay patient, look for those resets, and if the downfield cut is not there, then take their time. Uncharacteristic drop from Kayla Helton, but I have no doubt San Diego will play real tough defense here. As we can see, we're keeping the ball in the backfield, so a little hard to get it down the field.
Shooting deep. Ash looking for number 34, Ring, but unable to bring it in. That's a D for Alexa Stambaugh.
Had a huge sky in the beginning of the first quarter.
Leslie with a pickup finds Stambaugh. Stambaugh looking middle to Helm.
Helm, an LA native, now playing on San Diego.
Ellis finds Helton on the sideline. Able to bring that in. We'll recover from that drop last possession. Oh, and a big bid there from Helm again.
What a grab.
Centering it back to Ellis, who finds Tan. Tan looking for Helton with yards. Looking for Stambaugh, but it soars over her head. Man, looks like the wind is kind of playing a little bit more of a factor than we were expecting.
And that's what we've seen here in the afternoons in San Diego recently. It has been quite warm, and so the wind tends to pick up in the afternoon, much to the surfer's chagrin. But here we are, so we'll see how both teams adapt to this bit of a breeze.
We got Shade picking up the disc, captain for Astra. Swings it to Meister. Meister looking for options upfield. Looks for an inside look, but nobody there to connect with. San Diego with another hold opportunity here. Very close, 10 yards off the end zone line. Ellis picking up, looking for Helton in isolation. Big throw. It's floating, but she's able to come down with it.
Amazing read by Kayla Helton. And really, like I said, San Diego sees that win. They know it, and they say, okay, how do we adapt? We're going to make this happen. Also great to see Rebecca Ellis back there on the field. I know she took the club season off, and I just love watching her play. She is incredibly calm, steady with the disc.
Yeah, let's take a look here at the replay. Alice picks up and just cool, calm, and collected just floats it over. I mean, that throw is quite challenging, especially with the wind. We've got a bit of a crosswind coming towards the cameras here. So that disc is very susceptible to being popped up and being challenged, but good float and a good line there for Helton to grab onto it.
All around great play, and a lot of these players on Super Bloom who play flipside together, they know what the cut pattern is for one another. And I mean, you saw Rebecca Ellis. She doesn't even step out that much. She just knows exactly where to put this disc in the air so Kayla Helton can come down with it.
We've got Guzman with the pull here, another ex-Astra player. Disc coming in at about the 45-yard line.
We see both Stephanie Pritchard and Amy Lee on the field, two of Astra's star athletes. So excited to see what they'll do with the disc. Nice movement in the backfield. And what a block from Super Bloom.
Big block there, I think by Weaver.
Classic Weaver.
Bloomy picking up the disc in the backfield, kind of in the coffin corner there. Finds Weaver. Bile streaking deep. Weaver shoots. Able to read that one. The disc just floated over and sailed kind of with a sharp edge down.
Yeah, slightly to the left, but I mean, if you were watching and you see Meredith Biles' closing speed is actually unreal. Just really gets those yards off her defender.
Igawa with the disc in the middle. Finds Lee. Astra on the sideline.
Yeah, good patience, good
Got
patience.
numbers. Ranick with the disc. Finds Igawa in the middle.
Close.
Lee with the disc.
Great focus by Lee.
Finds Ranick. Playing a little catch back and forth. Belkin with the disc. Finds a player in the middle of the field. Steiner with the disc now in the corner. Looking for Ranick. Oh, and has to shoot it. Looks like it was a high stall count.
That's right, Nahawk, as in professional ultimate Frisbee here. The stall count will be 7 as opposed to what we're most familiar with in club, which is going to be 10-second stall. So got to get the ball off a little quicker than maybe what you've been practicing from, the May to September or October season.
Got Walter here with the disc in the corner.
Yeah, nice inside cut from Kristen Pajunas.
Pajunas looking a little bit of traffic. Guzman with the disc now.
Lots of on-field communication from Super Bloom. You can really see
a big floaty pass. Pajunas able to read that very beautifully. San Diego looking a little bit frantic, I have to say.
Yeah, I think they just need to kind of work with the weather a bit, and I think maybe the drop in the beginning kind of frazzled them, but they are quite a resilient team. You can see Naomi Guzman kind of orchestrating the offense here. Nice upline cut.
Guzman again with that nice upline. Finds Bile again with an upline. Astra really given the open side lane. Oh, and a floaty look to Walter.
Very nice.
Great touch there by Bile. That's another goal for San Diego and a break shot.
Yeah, very clean play. Definitely forcing that backhand look, which is we see the flick most of the time, but those upline cuts were open most of the way, and that seemed to be a large part of their offensive play that point. So we'll see if that kind of continues.
Yeah, I think San Diego's trying a new system this year where they're just rotating lines and mixing players in and trying to find the chemistry. I think that's been proving to be a very useful tactic. Not that there's a traditional O or D line, but just players who play well together with the right mix of handlers, cutters, and chemistry.
And you really see that in San Diego building their brand. Here we see Kristen Pajunas with the disc to Naomi Guzman, who waits patiently for that upline throw to Hannah Walter, more notoriously a handler. And so to see, you're right, these hybrid type of players making these cuts and making these big plays, which you might not think that you'll see in these games, it's really refreshing, truly.
Schultz with the pull here. Going a little bit downwind, so that disc is going to sail quite far.
Quite a young Super Bloom line on the field here.
We got Shade with the disc. Finds Yi. Back to Shade in the middle of the field. San Diego playing a little bit of a sag there. As to be expected.
Yeah, we see some LA players dropping back, it looks like.
Shade finds Ariano. Goes back to So. Playing a little back and forth here. So doing well to break through the cup. San Diego's in a zone, actually. Handlers needing to try and be creative.
Yes.
Right. Great cut there by 82.
And finding that space. Yeah, they're keeping the 3 main handlers back. And we see is the number 44 kind of popping their way in. A lot of rotation, though, in the backfield here for Astra.
Yeah. Astra really having trouble breaking through this cup here. San Diego doing a good job of containing the handlers.
Yeah, and trapping them here on the
Oh, Mario Bao's in the area. Wow, what a great block there by Bao.
And just way to be heads up. I mean, when you have that zone, that is really what you are hoping for there.
Nissen finds Schultz. Gray in the area. Looking for Nissen. Oh, a hammer goes off. Hallen's there. Oh, but unable to reel it in.
And just barely. But what an opportunity. And had some nice float on it. I think it just took a little bit with the wind, a bit zippy, but we love those looks, truly.
Yeah, I think that they did a really I'm excited to see what Astra does on this adjustment for the zone. Looks like San Diego's setting up in it again.
I mean, it definitely worked the first time, so great defensive choice.
Ariana in the backfield, looking for Shade. Shade finds Smith in the middle of the field.
And I
hitting
love
Meister.
Hear some fans yelling patience, which is exactly the only thing you need in a zone.
Ariano in the backfield doing their part. So there. Shade just hucking it deep. Schultz is in the area, though.
Oh.
San Diego's ball again. Well, a lot of frustration, I think, coming from the handlers where not just mostly lateral movement, and then they're unable to really take the opportunity to break through the cup. Oh, and a very close block there by Ring.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, that's with any zone, and that is the whole idea, right? You build that frustration, but if you have someone streaking deep and maybe you put 2 cutters down there, it really is a good opportunity. So I like that Astra's looking for it.
Gray with the disc now. Looking for Hallen, but it's a tough side of the field to throw to. I think that the crosswind is really getting to those throws there in that corner.
I believe it, though. 3rd time's the charm. Gray Hallen is going to happen. I love that they're looking for it. I mean, that back corner, it really, it's been open, which is why they're aiming for it. And I don't know if Astra's baiting that, but it is a great look.
So in the middle of the field, San Diego's still in their zone. Finds Shade to Ariano. Hitting Yi. Yi shoots upfield. Oh, and it's too high. Schultz in the area.
It's like deja vu.
It's 2 blocks for this possession. This point, excuse me, for Schultz.
That's right. Looks like we had a little miscommunication on who's defending 0 here on Super Bloom.
Back to Nissen. Nissen looking to swing it. Oh, and having to just shoot it.
Wow.
Oh, and a good block there.
Yeah, great mark by
number 10, Malia Smith. One of our players to watch. Hitting Shade. Shade kind of the quarterback of their handlers for Astra.
Yeah, really moving the ball well.
Finds Ariano on a very break swing look.
Yeah, that's right.
Back to Ariano.
Oh, good up line cut. Yep, someone comes back.
Long point. We've only got 2 minutes, about 2 minutes left in the first quarter here.
I was just noticing that. And we're at 0 LA to San Diego, so will be maybe a low scoring game. Back to bets, I'd probably take the under on this one then.
Ariano finds Smith. Back to Shade. Back to Ariano. Oh, Ariano finds a break in the cup.
Good find. That's a great find.
Smith.
Super Bloom needing
finds
to catch
Ring.
up.
Back to Shade. Oh, they have a good chance here. Swings it to So.
Good find. You always have
Shade
to.
is open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, need to leave one person open over there.
San Diego's trying to get into their person defense. Oh no, and just a drop looks like by Los Angeles there. They were so close to the end zone.
And Los Angeles had a 65% completion in the red zone for last game, so I'm pretty high comparatively. I think Super Bloom was 68 for their last game.
Looks like an injury is called on the field.
Uh-oh.
Number 10 Smith coming off. Number 17 Rachel Johnson coming on.
A very strong defensive player. Hopefully everything is okay with number 10.
Yeah, that was probably a long point, and I do think that Smith was hitting the ground a little bit there.
Yeah. And we definitely see, I mean, these zone points especially can be long and really grueling, and we saw San Diego really trying to catch up there in the end. Astra moved it pretty fast toward that end zone, and that's what we got to see from them. When they get the opportunity, they really got to take it and go fast.
Yeah, timeout called here by San Diego. I think smart move here because we are down to the wire in the first quarter, and this is a pretty long point. Let's take a look at these turnovers here. That's a great block by Marsbow. That's that baited look that you want for this zone.
What a good read by Hallen, but just barely misses it. And of course you have to recognize the sun's in the sky, as it does, but also plays into a factor with being able to read some of those higher discs.
Nice. I mean, there were some good moments there by Astra, definitely with the handler flow, using the width of the field. But I think at some points they just got a little bit too hasty with their upfield looks, and San Diego was able to just capitalize there. Schultz having 2 blocks in that 1 point.
Yeah, I agree, and I think at some points too, you just have to anticipate where you think your players aren't going to be, and if you anticipate wrong, then what are you going to do? The disc goes up and there's no one there. But at some point, you get to this high level of play, and you have to think where your players are going to be. So also something to think and put into consideration. Game goes fast.
We are back live. Kayla Helton picking up now. San Diego making some adjustments to their personnel after that very long point. Just over a minute left in this first quarter. Only 2 points scored. Let's see if one of these teams can punch something in. Oh, and a huge wind-up huck there from Helton.
Oh, floating a little bit.
Oh, and unable to connect with Weaver there.
Yeah, and the angle's a bit hard, but it looked a few yards off.
Yeah, Steiner being very clever in that deep space. LA Astra trying to push the pace, not letting San Diego set up in anything. San Diego opting to keep zone here. Igawa to Hranick.
A bit of a zone. We see
Steiner in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Ellis poaching off a little bit.
Belkin to Steiner, back to Hranick. Finds Igawa in the corner.
I didn't even see her over here.
Looking for options.
Oh,
and almost a poach block there by San Diego. Stall is called, though, by Guzman on Igawa a few throws ago. Contested stall, it looks like.
And we'll see what the observer has to say.
Observer ruling that it is a stall, so now San Diego will gain possession here on this sideline.
Good call by Naomi Guzman. Let's see what they set up in. Looks like we have Mika Leslie back with Rebecca Ellis.
Guzman looking upfield, finds Pete in. Los Angeles playing a little bit poachy. Oh, and that pays off.
Good pressure defense from Astra.
Yes.
I mean, Abby really had no one. And that's great. You have to close in on that space and just pressure the thrower to make that up line.
Belkin finds Steiner, who hits Hranick. To Pearson, who finds Yen. Yen a little quiet this game, actually. Hranick making a cut up line. Oh, and under pressure.
A little bit of a spill there. Yeah, Chip Yen has been quiet, but I will say there hasn't been that many points, so maybe we just need a bit more time.
Oh, miscommunication there, unfortunately, on the Astra side. San Diego disc now. Oh, and a call made.
And
Looks like that was the last possession, and that is the end of that first quarter. 2 points in that quarter,
wow.
Sydney. That has got to be a record.
And I'm feeling it now. The wind is really starting to pick up. You can see it on the Super Bloom and Astra jerseys out here, and it seems to kind of be affecting the game and our play at this point. So good recap from the first quarter, seeing a lot of sag and zone from Super Bloom, but a lot of quick movement from Astra, which is exactly what I was hoping that they would work on, is that fast break momentum. And they've gotten close a few times. It's been working.
Yeah, if you're Astra in this situation, what adjustments are you going to be making into the second quarter? I mean, we know clock management is a big part of this. We know also that there's only a certain number of points in that you can fit into a 12-minute quarter. What are you talking?
If I'm Astra right now, I will say I really like their zone handling. I love that they're keeping a person open on the break side, and they've hit it a few times and it's worked well. I think they need a little bit more movement in that side. Bring that person in, send someone else deep. They've had 2 deep shots, which we saw Abby Schultz get the D on, but if you send 2 people toward that direction, then you're going to drag that deep cutter away, or that deep defensive player away, and then you give yourself more options. So I would really focus on the zone offense play here and try to make some of those adjustments.
Yeah, I think very clever from San Diego's defensive coaching here to throw some zone in there. Let's take a look at some of these highlights from San Diego. This is their 2 scores, I think.
Again, so calm, so composed from Rebecca Ellis, and Kayla Helton reads the disc like a pro. Who would have thought?
I guess if you're San Diego, what kind of adjustments would you be making here out of this first quarter?
San Diego, I really do like that they called that timeout. I thought that they were lagging a little bit on defense. I think it was a long point, and then they put in a lot of elite players that then took it over. And I think just rotating folks in and out, making sure you have diverse roles that are being filled on the field. I mean, they are holding their own, clearly, but just taking care of the players and focusing in on how each person is feeling. I think there's not much more to be said than that at this point.
Yeah, San Diego playing really well. I think their zone is looking super good. But hopefully they can maybe capitalize a little bit more on their offense. They've had many chances and just not been able to punch it in.
It's true, and we did notice on the other point that they played, it was a lot of those upline cuts from the handlers, and we didn't see so much cutters kind of get into the play. So I wonder if they're going to try to stir that up a bit as well, or keep running their offense through their handlers. I mean, it's clearly working. So we'll see what adjustments come in this second quarter. We're at 0-2. We have Kayla Helton on the pole.
All right, Kayla Helton winding up. San Diego and Los Angeles Astra off to the races. Disc lands out of the play field, so Astra able to take it at the brick mark here.
And we'll see, what is San Diego coming down in? Looks like person, maybe a bit of a sag.
Yeah, looking like a sag. Unsurprisingly.
Yeah, Kayla Helton playing in the deep space, so I'm assuming Super Bloom thinks that Astra is going to be looking for those hucks again. Is that up? Oh, that's a turn.
Oh, no. First turn.
Disc just hit the ground quicker than I think 40 expected. Mika Leslie with the pickup to Rebecca Ellis.
Ellis finds Stambaugh. Stambaugh looking for options, but being patient in the red zone. Oh, and finds Helton again in that same corner.
Wow. Almost the exact same type of throw, though, that we saw previously. So that high release backhand to that far end zone corner is looking like the play of the game for San Diego Super Bloom.
Yeah, I think that, you know, we've got this crosswind going on, and it's a bit of a struggle to have an accurate throw with those high release backhands, but San Diego somehow able to connect. Here's that turnover here.
And you can see it just really drops. I mean, it is a good read, just hits the ground a bit sooner than expected.
Yeah.
And of course, San Diego with the fast break, and that really is killer. I mean, you pick up that disc, you go from offense to defense, and you got to get in that mind space. And then if the offense is quicker at picking it up, then it's just a hard turnaround.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We've got Kuzma here with the pull. As we mentioned earlier, Guzman, an ex-Astra player coming here to San Diego after playing in the PUL last year. She's got very strong pulls. Let's see how well she does going downwind.
Beautiful float.
Almost reaching the 30-yard line there. Igawa picking up. Finding Belkin. Belkin gets a big gainer upfield to Yen.
Yeah, that was interesting. Naomi also sat back there for a second before collapsing in on her handler D.
Vranek now with the disc. Hits Belkin.
Astra really running through their handlers now.
Igawa now on the sideline. Gets another nice gainer there to Pearson.
Good focus. Looks upfield, finds the handler.
Oh, nice poach block. Great poach block there by Pajunas.
Great defensive positioning. It looks like there's an injury on the field, number 19.
I do think that there's some discussion between the players, potentially about a foul being called.
Yeah, I wonder, it was a bit hard to see. Kristen Pajunas looked a little behind the Astra player. I do wonder, it looked like all disc from my angle. Let's see what the replay shows. Oh.
It looks like there was a little bit of a flare. The cut and the disc did not seem to be coming in the same lines, and I think Pajunas had the better line there. I was able to close in the speed there.
And you can tell from the way Pajunas was ready to go that she did not think it was a foul.
Yeah. I agree. It looks like the foul was called, but maybe either retracted or observer overruled. Looks like the observer actually overruled the foul. So San Diego will continue to keep the disc.
So we have San Diego on the offense now.
Yeah, Vranek taking off for injury.
And hopefully everything is okay there. But again, Astra taking the time to go upfield and use, again, that back end zone. So doing the same thing. All right, Astra calling their defense.
Walter with the disc now. Finds Guzman. Guzman gets to Pajunas on the sideline. Maxfield streaking deep, but Pajunas opts to dump it. Guzman hits Bloomy, who hits Weaver on the sideline. Maxfield going. Oh, and there's two in the area.
Wow.
Kyle and Maxfield there, but Maxfield able to close it in. I think that was probably the intended receiver, but Meredith Bowell just making sure to be there just in case for the celebration.
And a very clean throw from Caitlin Weaver. Just, again, a very similar point to their last score coming this direction is just those upline cuts down the field, open side, flick, or backhand, and right into the end zone.
Let's have a look there. Great dump there and movement by Guzman. San Diego being very effective on that sideline.
And great cut from Laura Bloomy also, who goes deep and then still on the same sideline comes back under just to make that clean down the field cut for the open. It's always hard to kind of get it off the sideline, but when you have smart cutters, it makes it easier.
Score is 4-0 San Diego. Schultz with the pull.
Yeah, Wynn's really taking it down there now. We'll see if they come down. Looks like regular sag.
Sue with the disc, finding shade. Back to Sue. Sue looking for options.
Yeah, great mark by Julia Pete in there. Really shutting
shade
down
again.
The around.
Finds Ring. Ring shoots it upfield. Able to connect there with Smith. Finds shade again up the line. Who shoots to Sue. Oh, and a great grab there by Sue. Bow in the area, but great focus there.
And great grab and great body control from Bow there as well. Wow, I just haven't seen the disc on that side of the field here very much. I mean, those throws can go off, and clearly that's a good space to put it. I don't know if the wind died down, but just great focus from Astra there. Took the undercuts, moved it up the field on the far side, and look what came out of it.
Yeah, I do think that they were really effective on that sideline. I think San Diego was forcing it, but, you know, downfield cutters do need to be covered, and I don't think San Diego was as prudent about making sure that though they were forcing that sideline, they were covering the downfield cutters.
That was really a perfect throw, though. Really a perfect throw.
Yeah, Sue with a great come down there.
And I hope that fires up Astra a little bit. I mean, it's a tough game, but they are in this. They're really getting the turns, and they're playing great offense. They just have to keep up the energy, and I think we can see a few more out of them.
All right, pull coming down here. Excuse me, that was Nadine Meister with the goal.
This Super Bloom line looks familiar, though. I do wonder if they're trending more toward regular O and D lines.
Ellis with the disc. Finding Helm. Oh, and Helm tries to find Stamba, but disc just turfs.
Yeah, that inside flick right to the
Astra
wing.
with a break chance. Belkin hits Yen. Yen looking for Vranek, who's not covered.
Vranek back in after that injury from the previous point.
That's right. Stamba picks up to Ellis quickly. Has options deep, but opts to swing it to Leslie, who it's a big gainer there for Helm. To Stamba, 5 yards upfield. Centers it to Leslie. Hits Ellis, 5 yards forward. Oh, and Helton able to catch it off that tip.
You love to see Ellis conducting out there.
Oh no, and another just low ball by San Diego.
Into the turf, and it must be that direction because we just saw from Cam Helm earlier.
Igawa finds Belkin, who hits Vranek. Back to Belkin in the middle of the field, and a timeout is called by Los Angeles. I think this is smart. I mean, we've got 8 minutes left in this quarter. Los Angeles needs quite a lot of breaks to make up. They're down 3 breaks here. I think this is a smart play.
Tell me why, Neha.
Well, you know, we love timeouts in the WL, don't we, Sydney?
Yeah, why? Neha, tell me why.
Well, as you know, in USAU, timeouts are useful, as it does give the players on the line a break. But those players do need to return back. In the WL, you're actually able to substitute all of your players on the field for other new, fresh players as needed. Or individuals that maybe you need an offensive specialist or a person who can mark a handler better. The other thing is the stall resets. I mean, that is a luxury that one can only dream of playing in USAU format. Or whiff diff.
Gosh, they have it so easy here in the WL. How many timeouts does each team get per game, Neha?
Well, each team gets 2 timeouts per half.
Okay.
And San Diego and LA have both used 1 so far. So it makes sense for them to burn 1 now and get some reset and new players out there.
Yeah,
because this break chance is important for them to make up this deficit. We're not too far into the game, but I think that it's a smart play here by Coach Rowe.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the timeout also takes it gives folks time to settle a little bit. We see that quite often in other sports where one team builds momentum and you want to halt it a bit, so you call that timeout.
Belkin finds Igawa, who cannot connect. Looking for Yen, I believe, but Helton in the area.
Helton very heads up.
Looks like Peden finds Gray, who hits Bloomy right on the end zone line. Stays patient and then able to hit Gray. San Diego able to get that offensive point back and hold that point.
Love that. We see the excitement from Bloomy. Bloomy, who I think is just such a wonderful player to watch. I mean, Callahan winner, right? And from UCSB. And just, again, you see that break chance happen. Gray picks it up. Bloomy's going. Like, it's just the quick pace. You love to see it. What is Astra going to do? It's so hard to draw back on those. And even those low throws, when you have really elite players like this, as long as it gets to them, they can catch it. So just get it to them.
Helton just really heads up there.
Looks like it was a little behind. The throw was a bit behind the player, which is tough to turn back for. But yeah, these low throws, no problem.
I mean, good heads-up defense there by Igawa to find the drop, because number 15, I think that's Maxfield, shooting deep would have been much more of a threat than, you know, Bloomy with the disc on the line. And credit to Igawa on making that pick up quickly.
Yeah, for reading that.
All right, we're back. San Diego pulling Guzman to Los Angeles Astra. Looks like Shade with the pickup. Finding Meister, excuse me, I'm referring to her as so earlier in the point. Apologies for those watching at home. Back to Shade.
Again, we see Super Bloom in the zone coming down here. So Astra just need to be patient with the disc.
A little back and forth with Shade and Yen.
Yeah, they've had their opportunities.
Casey Wong really doing a good job of mucking up this cup.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Caitlin Weaver's tight defense on the popper there is keeping it, making sure that they keep it within their handlers, though.
Oh, good bobble, but focused in by Mike.
I love that she's smiling about it, too, though. She knows. She's like, don't worry, I got it.
Find Shade.
Yes,
Big
that's the
swing
look.
there.
That's the look.
Nice find.
Very nice upline cut.
Shade and Meister really doing the heavy lifting for this Los Angeles O-line.
And it really is beautiful to just see the back and forth there when you have two players that know how to play with each other like that.
Good patience. Meister again.
Yeah, good communication.
Well, he trapped in the sideline, but Shade able to swing it around.
Oh, good find!
Wow.
Wow.
Ring just at the opportune moment, able to sneak one in.
That's one of those ones where you see it like a second after they see it, and you're like, where is this going? And then it's right in the honey pot.
Yep. I mean, that's a little bit of a collapse on the San Diego zone there. I think that middle of the cup really needs to be a little bit tighter.
You just see the little hesitation there from the Astra offense, and then the breakthrough. Let's see the replay. Number 20 with the disc. Good mark by Laura Bloomy. We have Naomi Guzman holding back a little there. Oh, the step out.
Yeah, that was a great form by Meister.
And that is exactly the patience that Astra needs to make a comeback in this game, and I love that I'm seeing it. They're really coming to life here with this zone defense. I mean, that was great ball movement.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, time to take a look at Los Angeles's D-line here. We got Steiner with the pull.
Yeah, in a low-scoring game here, we have 2 LA, 5 San Diego Super Bloom with about 6 minutes left in the quarter.
Gray with the disc. LA coming in with a person defense. Neeson winds up for a Hallen. Oh, the disc is sailing wide.
Left. But I love the high release backhand in the backfield, because we've seen those discs hit the ground so fast. If you put it up there, it's gonna be a better opportunity for your handler to come down with it. So like to see the adaptation.
Yeah, the wind is being quite tricky actually.
I know, it's so swirly.
Belka with the disc. Schultz on the mark. Good handler defense there by Hallen on Brannick. No options for Belkin, who just hucks it. Oh, but we've got Yen in the area, I think.
Oh.
Foul called, though, on Gray by Yen.
Oh, but do we have one back here instead?
Oh, and an earlier call there.
You love to see the crossfield communication, just yelling at each other.
That's right. Contested stall looks like back by the observers, Schultz and Belkin discussing it.
Gray throws it back. Very nice huck. That huck, though, really looked good. And I do think the Astra player came down with it. I don't know what the argument would be over there, but
looks like the stall was upheld, excuse me. So it is now a San Diego disc at the 30-yard line.
And I will give credit to Hallen there. That was great handler defense, blocking that up line.
Nissen with the disc. Igawa on the mark. Oh, and it's a floater. Oh, but wow. Abby Schultz able to reel it down. Belkin was there, but oh, what a crazy breakthrough.
And that's tough. Abby Schultz is definitely a tough one to be defending. I love that she puts her arms up as it's a goal before the observer even gets the opportunity. Like, let us all know, Abby, please.
I mean, that was a commanding grab, I have to say. If I was her, I would also call it out myself.
Love it. And I love to see the focus in her face, too. She sees that disc, and she really reads it well.
Great break throw by
though.
Nissen. Yeah, you got to really look out for that.
Jumps it in, though. I mean, very nice. Yeah, she looks down. It's in.
That was great. A great jump there by Schultz.
And the quick movement from Nissan, truly, like that lefty flick. I mean, you're not really ready for that. You'll love to see it. 5 minutes left in the half. We see Kayla Hilton with the disc. Yeah, it looks like this is kind of a regular D line as well.
Hilton with a big pull downfield. Meister picking up in the end zone. Finds Shade, though, in the middle of the field. San Diego coming in with a sack and a bit of a bracket, looks like.
Yeah.
Yee with the disc, looking for a dump. Finds Shade. Shade really putting in the work there for the O-line. Back to Meister, to Wong. Wong finds Meister again. Looking for options.
Yeah, and this is that Astra O-line that has really just been working very well together. It's getting down to the wire. We love a push pass.
Oh, a shield hawk. Can it be reeled in? Yes, Rachel Johnston in the area.
And just
finds Meister again.
Stay steady there and just know that you're open. Stay put. Your player will find you.
Good gainer there by Shade. I like this forward movement that's coming from the handlers.
Bit of a slip there. Yeah, great fakes on the Astra side.
To Wong. Meister being patient. Oh, and there's Johnston again.
Again.
Oh, dear. Oh, and a great throw there from Johnston, finding Smith.
Wow.
Stellar offensive play there.
Very clean. And that very quick movement, and Johnston gets it once, gets it twice. I mean, if it works, keep it coming.
Yeah, that is great vision too by the handlers. I think that was both throws maybe by Shade, but just great vision. I mean, that's a very hard look for a handler to hit fully crossfield, and number 22 in the area from San Diego. But credit to Johnston there, also being able to just quietly maintain position, and then when the time is right, call for the disc.
Yep, be in the space. Yeah, and a great throw to the end zone. Just high enough so number 10 can run onto it, grab it out there. But I love watching this Astra offense. I mean, their heads are constantly on swivels. I'm like, I can't keep up. But they are looking everywhere and really finding the right space.
Los Angeles Astra opting for a roller pull. That was a specialty pull by Carly Steiner. Let's see what kind of zone they set up in here.
That's what I'm interested about. What causes you to make that type of pull? What are you going for here, Astra?
Well, definitely to trap the Super Bloom offense. But they're able to move it to the middle.
Yeah.
Weaver finds Walter. Back to Weaver. Crashing through the cup. Bloomy circling around, but Walter connects with Weaver.
We see Meredith Bile out here asking for the disc.
Pajunas crashing into the cup. Looking for options. Walter in the back.
Yeah.
Walter and Pajunas playing a little bit of catch. Hits Guzman upfield. Los Angeles Astra staying in their zone, but hits Weaver. San Diego is moving through this zone quickly. Pajunas being patient and finds a wide open Megan Maxfield in the end zone.
And that's really what we can expect from Super Bloom, is they are not just gonna give it. They are really gonna look for the right space and the right throw and wait for the opportunity. And Kristen Pajunas had the time, found Maxfield in the end zone. It was a perfect throw. very, very clean offense, you can see.
Yeah. Pajun is one of the defensive specialists, as most notably known, but really with this new San Diego system of playing different lines for different, maybe not a traditional O&D line, I think has been a great asset to San Diego's offense here.
Agreed. And for Guzman to find that throw, get it off the sideline, get it to the middle of the field, I mean, that's key for this Super Bloom score. Great bid there by number 4 on Astra.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of miscommunication on the pickups after LA Astra crumbled into person defense towards the end zone.
Yeah.
We've got Schultz with the big pull.
About 3 minutes left here in the half.
Astra with the disc. We got Shade in the backfield. Looking for Meister, but opts for Yi instead. Yi hits Shade again. Back to Yi.
Yeah, similar movement. Now Shade kind of running more in the, less in the backfield. Oh no, coming back around. I feel like the Astra is moving it more between their handlers.
Mm-hmm. Shade looking for Meister again. Meister able to shake free from Schultz, who plays pretty good handler defense there.
Yeah, pretty good.
Uh-oh, looking stranded there. Able to get Shade, though.
And going for the up line. Good mark by Julia Peden. Yeah, it looks like Super Bloom's really just trying to keep him in the backfield. Oh, great grab.
Nice. Meister is winding up. Oh, the double wind up. Let's see if it's going to float. Oh, there's closing. Oh, man, but unable to reel it in. Both Smith and Ash in the area, but the disc not having enough touch for them to run onto it.
And you saw the hesitation there, but then just having both those players open, it's hard not to throw that, but I think they were faked out a bit by the hesitation.
Listen, winds up. Oh, and a near Callahan. Great D by Grimshaw.
Wow, very heads up on Astra's end. Being patient,
Meister with the disc.
Player.
Oh, and a great grab there by Shade. And the inside flick look by Meister.
Wow, Meister and Shade have really had great half. I'm so impressed with the way that they are moving the ball and just being heads up for one another.
Absolutely.
But what a grab in the end zone to be under that much pressure, stick a hand out. I mean, it's got to be coming in fast. This wind is not making things easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really great play by Los Angeles O-line. They have been a little bit, a little slow to catch their feet, but I think that there's really a rhythm that they're picking up here. Hopefully they'll be able to continue this, and maybe their D-line will be able to also convert some of these turns into breaks.
Yeah, this heads-up play.
Oh, that's just so nice by Grimshaw.
For the top, but Grimshaw's ready. And just this grab here in the end zone by Shade. Look, that inside flick. And that's the throw that we've seen Super Bloom turf twice now. Mm-hmm. And so just to get that off clean like that.
Yeah. We're going to take another look at Los Angeles' D-line. Steiner with the pull to about the 25-yard line. Ellis finds Leslie upfield. Shoots inside.
Yeah, a quick movement here from Super Bloom.
To Ellis. Finds Tan. To Stambaugh. Stambaugh looking for Tan again. Back to Ellis.
Super Bloom really moving it across the field. Working with every single one of their players.
Coming back for the fill. Hitting Helm. To Ellis. In power position, but opts to not hit Stambaugh in the deep area. Getting Tan. To Ellis. San Diego using this sideline here. Well, let's see if Ellis is able to bounce it to Leslie. Looks like a pick is called.
Yeah,
just going back to Ellis.
Pick called on Leslie, looks like.
Yeah, San Diego moving quickly on their offensive flow, but I think they're causing some confusion and some picks in the downfield area. Ellis again looking for Leslie, who shoots up line. Oh, Helton filling a little bit too late.
Yep. And
Belkin shooting deep. Got Yi in the area, but the disc is much too far.
Wynn really carried that one. But great heads up D from Astra, and a great read. I mean, they knew that's what Ellis had to find, and they were prepared for it. And now this is a great place to start for Astra. If they, you got to play defense anywhere on the field.
That's right. Helton picks up to Ellis, who finds Leslie. Another pick is called, though.
We're just about at the end of the half.
So it looks like this will be the last possession. Can San Diego make it up 80 yards from their one end zone to the other end zone?
Good question.
Without a single turnover? What do you think with this one? What are your bets?
You know what? I'm so impressed with San Diego Super Bloom. I just believe they are capable of anything.
Okay, I'll take the under. Leslie finds Stambaugh. Violation called. Looks like players moved before the pick was reset.
Yeah, which we really appreciate observers for this reason. So you got to keep track of so many things.
Oh, excuse me. Looks like something else was called. Maybe not a violation. Ellis with the disc, signaling to Leslie to go up line. Able to connect. Leslie shoots again to Ellis.
Nice break.
Tan gets it on the sideline. Good step out there by Kruzhnikova to get it on the sideline. Who hits Helton. Floaty, bobbly throw. Oh, who shoots it? This could be interesting. Helm is going. Oh, wow.
And it floats beautifully.
Wow.
You take an under?
I did take the under. I guess I'll give it to you, Sydney.
Wow.
San Diego able to wrap that one up.
And just very nicely done. Again, we see it on the sideline. You just make the open throw, and it's there. And then, of course, Kayla Helton with the disc. Hard not to be a beautiful throw into the end zone, but Cam Helm keeps it up, runs onto it. Nice grab. I honestly thought it was too far. The angle was a bit weird, but then landed perfectly in her hands.
Beautiful touch from Helton on that look, and also credit to Helm for not giving up there.
Yeah, truly. And
well,
really,
so what are your musings from this first half?
It's honestly been a great game. Great half from both teams. Let's look at the replay real quick here. Just nice swings to the opposite end of the field. Good patience from all players here. Bit of a loose mark there, but then comes in, so she gets it off. Finds Helton on the sideline. Yeah, Helton's got to squat there a bit, but good thing she's fit for it. And then Helm just running onto it. Not sure if it's actually for Stambaugh there, but hey, you put two Super Bloom players in the end zone, one was going to come down with it, so glad to see them both there.
Yep.
But I really enjoyed watching the zone play. I think Astra, between Shade and Meister back there, and just finding the open holes in the zone and moving it down the field, and then some great athletic plays in the end zone from Astra. It's been really fun to watch, and I think they've come a long way, even from their game 2 weeks ago with Falcons. Just watching them make the adaptations that they need to based on the team that they are playing. So really enjoyed seeing that from them there. Super Bloom, on the other hand, love to see the high release backhands. Those are working really well for them. And just the upline handler movement, I think, has been great. And just really playing through every single one of their players.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that San Diego is looking very strong. They made some adjustments definitely towards the later portion of the second half, I think in the second quarter, making sure that they were converting their offensive opportunities, really capitalizing on those turns and, as you said, using those fast breaks. What adjustments do you think we can see from LA coming out of this? I mean, there is a big deficit for them to come back from. If you're the coach, what are you advising to them?
Yeah, good question. It is funny. I know it is 4-8, but it feels like a much closer game than that. And I think that's really because of the amount of turns that we've just seen from both teams. And mistakes have happened on either side, but it feels like we've seen a lot of back and forth. So in my mind, it's a really tight game, and I think Astra has the opportunity to make up some of that ground. Mm-hmm. I would love to see a bit more. I think Astra has really done a great job with the egg beater movement from the handlers. I think they're working it around those players there, but I think San Diego is going to expect that coming out of this half. And so if they can just look to those open wide deep spaces a bit sooner, or again maybe take two cutters, send them deep and look for some of those hucks, I think it would really throw super bloom off a little bit because they're expecting the small ball movement and they're going to be ready for that coming out of the half.
Yeah. In terms of adjustments for those hucks, what kind of suggestions on the throws are you feeling with this crosswind as well as a little bit of an upwind, downwind?
It's a good question. We saw Meister throw that one huck that just floated. I feel like the two cutters were not as prepared for, but you got to put a lot of spin on it and release it high because it wants to shoot down. And so just putting the right amount of float there for that, and also the right amount of spin depending on the direction that you're going,
right,
downwind versus upwind. But I mean, these are elite players, so they're capable. You saw Kayla Helton throw that beautiful huck into the end zone, and that was a flick into the wind, but floats just enough. Any thoughts from you?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens this next quarter. We are really thrilled to have Los Angeles back in the WL, supporting these amazing athletes and just the amazing sport of ultimate Frisbee. So if you're enjoying this game, please do give us a shout out on the live stream. Do donate to your favorite club, your favorite WL teams, and also make sure you come buy tickets and merch at the games. We will be right back after this brief half.
Creatine is only for extreme athletes who eat dominance.
Actually, let's skip that part. Combat Candy is for everyone who trains hard and deserves better than choking down powder. 5 grams of science-backed creatine in a gummy that turns supplement routine into something to look forward to. Just because your workout is serious business doesn't mean your creatine supplement is to be. Combat Candy. Making strength frickin' delicious. Try it at combatcandies.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our game, our WL game of Los Angeles Astra versus San Diego Super Bloom. We are just done with the first half of this game. San Diego's up 8-4 on Los Angeles Astra. Got about a minute and a half left before the next pull goes off. And we are looking for a very exciting second half. Sydney, what are your musings from this halftime?
My musings from this halftime, I'm watching Astra over here in two groups, and I'm curious maybe if they're separated into O-line and D-line out here, and Avalon Iwagawa out there looks like very enthusiastic about something she's explaining. So I would love to be on a fly on a wall in that huddle there, but I wonder if they're kind of scheming something up to throw at Super Bloom for this next half.
Hey, check out those Frisbees down there.
Oh, this is so cute. Oh, Neha, do you think those are Discraft Frisbees down there?
Oh, I certainly do hope so. I mean, we have to thank Discraft as our presenting sponsor for all WL broadcasts, helping us bring you at your homes WL for free.
And they really are the best of the best. I mean, only the best for these children out here to learn how to throw and play Ultimate. It's only the best to inspire the youth, truly.
I mean,
don't
they look great? Speaking of looking great.
Speaking of looking great, have you bought your Breakmark jersey?
Oh, I wear it all the time.
All the time. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, I get so many compliments on all of my Bloom jerseys. I've seen the Falcon jerseys, very clean. All jerseys from the WL. I'm just always so impressed.
Really? I mean, look at those Astra jerseys. So crisp, so clean.
Yep. Yeah, love to see it. Never disappointed in the Breakmark jerseys, and I know I gotta go just spend all my money and buy them all.
Yeah, big thank you to Breakmark, the WL's official apparel provider. Please do get your apparel from Breakmark at your online or at your local WL game.
And I see some gloves over on that side of the field, Neha.
It does look...
Number 11?
Yeah, that does look like...
I was noticing they looked very stylish, and I was like, what is it? It has to be the gloves. So special thank you to Friction Gloves, the official glove of the WL.
Meister with a great pull there. Finding Walter, who does not let the disc touch the ground. Bloomy looking upfield, who hits a big gainer yard for Weaver. Mansfield across the field there. Goes back to Weaver. Weaver hits a dump in Guzman. Oh, and a nice inside flick from Pajunas to Bloomy. Oh no. Bile streaking up line for a break side hit, but the wind got the best of her there.
But what a bid from Bile, and one of the fastest players on the field, I truly think. And you love her smile at the end of it. But that inside flick from Pajunas was just real clean. And, I mean, that's hard to catch.
Bloomy on the mark, Maddie Shea with the disc. Yeah, we've got Smith with the disc. Jammed up in the sideline. Oh, and great defense there by Bloomy. Intended target was Shade, but Bloomy able to muck that all up.
And sometimes that's your only option. You just got to get the disc out.
Bloomy shooting deep, looking for Weaver. Oh, a great read there. That looked like it was going to die. Weaver on the end zone line, looking for options. Looking a bit stranded, but Guzman with a nice upline and Weaver connecting with that great leading pass.
And you saw Weaver look back, see Guzman. Guzman knows it's their opportunity. They start to fade inside toward the home sideline, and then they immediately jump back out, and that leaves a wide open space for Weaver to hit.
Yes, that was great flow there by San Diego's offense. Let's have a look here. Just a great defensive block there by Bloomy. And a nice huck to Weaver.
Who's so patient in the end zone, and we really see that from Super Bloom. Their red zone percentage at 68%.
Good spike. Nice kick spike there from Guzman. We've got about 10.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
With our score, LA 4, San Diego Super Bloom 9.
Schultz pulling downwind. Igawa collecting the disc. Finds Belkin. Belkin looking for Steiner on the sideline. San Diego a little confused on their matchups. Steiner winds up. Oh, looking for number 27. Not able to connect, Pearson.
And that was just so close. Just almost had both hands on it, but you could tell Steiner was looking for that throw immediately.
Gray with the disc. Yen on the mark. Nice big mark there. Oh, the disc is up. Igawa in the area, but Pete unable to come down with that. I don't think the intended target there, but good heads up play. Gray looking in the backfield. Gets to Peden again. San Diego moving it a little bit upfield now. Schultz gonna shoot it deep to Howland. Belkin in the area. Oh, the disc just flies over.
And it does dive a bit right there. We see a little inside angle on that throw, which makes it come back toward the home side, but great read by Howland.
Got Belkin with the disc. The disc floats up, but Igawa focuses and grabs it. Yen now with the disc on the sideline. Centers it again to Belkin. Belkin looking for options, but is a bit stranded in the backfield. Shoots it deep. Yen is there, but Gray tracks it down. Oh, Steiner there, but Schultz finally catches it. That was a bit of a stressful
Bit stressful.
progression.
Great team effort from Super Bloom, though.
Schultz shooting to Bao. Can Bao catch up to it?
Oh!
Goodness.
You could tell Schultz wanted that, though, and that was a great run from Bao.
Yeah, man, that would have been amazing if they could have connected with it.
And it was so close. And it's the wind just taking a bit further.
Yeah, I think it kind of seems hard to read because at times the wind will carry it downfield, but in that corner it looks like the disc does hover a little bit.
Yeah, it's been tough out here.
Belkin with the pickup. Brannick cutting up line. Oh, and Igawa following suit, but unable to reel it in. San Diego now on the end zone line with the disc. Nissen picking up. Oh, my goodness. And a cheeky grab there from Schultz. That looked like a very tight window.
Wow. What a grab by Schultz, and really that quick pickup from Nissan. And the lefty, I mean, really gets me. I'm never expecting it. And then just right under the arm of her defender into that. It's kind of a crowded zone. But
Yep.
again,
I mean, that is a Nissen coming out of the UCSD program. That is a classic UCSD.
which, speaking of UCSD, I really do love that. It's similar with Astra, who has a lot of UCLA, UC Irvine players who get to play with their coaches. San Diego is similar, and you have a lot of these UCSD women's coaches out here who are coaching their players.
That's right, yeah. Naomi Guzman, the coach of the UC Irvine Grass Ninjas, and Charlize Tan, another player on Grass Ninjas, playing with their coach.
Yeah, we see Nissan pick it up here at step to the right, but then, that lefty inside
Wow,
foot.
Belkin was right there, too. I can't believe that Schultz was able to reel that in. Okay, we've got Helton with the pull now. San Diego 10, Los Angeles Astra 4, with about 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, we have Kristen Bajunas out here, also a coach, SDSU.
Yeah.
So great to see her.
Yeah, coaching her player, Jenna Mansfield, who we saw a couple points ago have a nice gainer upfield. All right, we have got Meister with the disc, looking for options. Shade creeping upfield a little bit.
Yeah, our favorite duo back here.
Oh, and a big huck. I think it was a late stall count. Not a lot of movement there.
No, but I do think that's what Astra needs, is someone there on that open side,
Yeah.
just in case you need that bailout, especially with the Super Bloom D.
Kruzhnikova picks up that low one. Finds Helton in the middle of the field. Tan comes back for the dump.
What a step out.
Finding Kruzhnikova again. Oh, and a near block there by Meister on Stambaugh, but San Diego able to connect. Helm with the disc. Oh, and a diving Helton needed to reel that one in. Diego looking a little bit hectic. Wind getting the best of them here, but let's see if they can punch it in on their red zone.
Looks like there's a call. Observer Logan Manlove coming up to interpret.
Looks like a stall was called. Going to the observer. Let's see that nice layout here from Helton. Oof, wow, that was great vision.
Perfect form. Let's see one more time. No? Yeah.
Looks like the stall was upheld by the observer. We have got, looks like Grimshaw with the disc. Oh, and just an easy block there by Helton. Not sure who that was for.
Interesting read there.
Helton finds Helm on the sideline.
And we're seeing if we can get it over.
And a miscue there from San Diego. Los Angeles again with the chance to hold this possession. Got Meister and Shade working again. They have been putting in work this game.
Truly. And I do think they could use a little more support from their downfield cutters.
I agree. I think Ring is one of those players that has been doing a good job of getting some yardage upfield, as well as Smith with the disc here.
This is a nice throw to space.
Those four players have really been the crux of this offense.
And I like that inside look. And it is open. We just need a bit more zip on that. But great read by, is that Leslie?
Yep, that's Leslie there with the block. Picking up now, Grimshaw on the mark. Finding Stambaugh. Oh, the disc is floating. Let's see if Helton is able to get in there. Great block there by, looks like Ring.
It's a great block. Stambaugh has been so quick with the disc, though. I mean, she gets it and she passes it off almost instantaneously, and I love that about her.
Meister and Shade at it again. Shade winding. Looking for Yi. Oh my goodness. Remarkable come down by Yi, who hits Ring on the red zone line. Can Los Angeles convert it? They have been having some trouble in their end zone. Oh, and a beautiful open side cut by Malia Smith.
Wow.
That is great patience and honestly grit by Los Angeles Astra. There were quite a lot of turns at that point, and I think San Diego let the frustration get the best of them.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, you could tell San Diego was really trying to move that disc quick on their opportunity, but Astra picks it up, slows it down. See the replay here? Yeah, just a bit high, catches the wind.
See this great block there by Ring.
Truly. And then the just nice little flick.
Oh man, this was a crazy grab too by Yi. There was a triple coverage by San Diego.
Catches the back of her foot. She comes down with it. And then great patience there by Meister.
This is the kind of flow that I think Los Angeles needs to tap into. They're playing with a little bit more carefree attitude that possession, and I think that they were connecting much better. The downfield cutters were putting their, their jobs, doing their jobs well, and I think that really made a difference.
Also love the hook looks.
Using with the disc to Walter, playing a little bit of catch in the backfield. Just two handlers back. Oh no, and a turn. Intended receiver, Laura Bloomy.
And now Astra moving down. Oh, good grab.
Got Belkin with the disc. Finding So. Back to Belkin.
Good movement in the backfield here by Astra.
Hitting Yen. Yen looking for options. Looking like a pick called on Belkin.
But I like the communication here coming from Astra. Someone's really got to take over and control.
There's Rannick in the backfield. Again to Yen. Nice, back to Rannick.
Great bid.
There's Yen again. San Diego doing a good job of switching here.
Yeah. It's a great roll by Kristen Kajunas.
So in the corner. Oh, and a great grab by Igawa under pressure.
And there we have it, a break from Astra, and well earned, well earned.
That's amazing.
This is great patience. The defense coming from Christian Pajunas on that one open throw, I thought for sure I would have thrown it. But great holster there. Wait for the cut by Iwagawa, and just very clean. In fact, I think it was a double cut there, and you had both options.
Oh, and just a misthrow, I think, by San Diego.
Second break for LA here as well. And you just have to keep this energy up. See, right there, 19 with the cut. Patience is held. Laura Blooming no around, but then Iwagawa is open in the end zone. That's clean.
That is clean. Great work by Los Angeles' offense there.
Okay, and let's see Astra getting it hype a little bit. We have LA 6, San Diego 10.
Love to see another look at Los Angeles' defensive line.
Some good energy out here. What a pull.
Nice pull by Meister. Hallen picking up the disc to Nissen. Nissen really actually showing, I've been really impressed with Nissen this season so far.
Yeah, really strong addition to the roster, and just such a high ceiling.
Bow on the sideline. Oh, and the disc floats. Oh my goodness.
Insane.
Mansfield able to come down with it. Pick called.
Oh.
Stall called as well. Lots of calls in the field. Let's see if this goal is upheld.
Yeah, but what a clean read by Jenna Mansfield there. I mean, you're not always, you rarely overthrow Abby Schultz, but when it happens, just to be heads up like that and clean up the disc. I love the teamwork. I just love to see the teamwork.
Yeah, some nice UCSD connections there. Let's see what's going on here on the field. So we think we're dealing with one pick as well as a stall called on the disc. Remains to be seen. Looks like the stall is upheld. So now it will be Los Angeles Astra's disc.
Okay.
Goal is not given.
See,
there's that float. Mansfield coming down with it. Really great heads-up play there. But Astra with a chance now. Break opportunity here. Meister acting as a quarterback. Finds Wong. Oh, and an unfortunate miscue.
Looks like it just got stuck there for a second. But definitely seeing the Astra players come back in a bit more from the downfield cutters.
That's right. Nissen picking up. Hitting Hallen to a streaking Nissen upline. Oh, and there's Astra players in the area. Right on the end zone line. Oh, my goodness. No hesitation. Just a quick tap in, and they find Mars Bow in the end zone.
What an effort there, though, from number 44 on Astra. And really very clean from Super Bloom. And good on them for getting it back and taking advantage. It was almost the exact same play as earlier with Mansfield with the disc and that kind of bladey inside throw, but got it off this time.
Yeah, great look. A lot of younger players here on the Super Bloom line. I'm impressed with the chemistry that they've had, all coming from some UCSD programs, some Santa Barbara programs, some other college programs, but good to see the younger players here really showing a good effort. I mean, that's a really great grab there by Nissen.
Yeah.
With, I think, almost 3 Astra players, and oh man, a diving Meister just trying to get it out of the hands of Mars Bow.
But really the focus. I mean, you have players throwing their body on the line. You have to keep your eyes on the disc.
Okay, let's see what kind of defense San Diego comes down with. Helton with the disc.
Yeah, this is a more veteran line for Super Bloom. Interesting, and it seemed like the line before was a bit younger, so I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but something I've noticed.
Belkin with the disc in the middle field. LA's downfield cutter's a little bit stagnant, but a good find there to Amy Lee. Oh, and an unfortunate turn. Intended receiver Avalon Igawa. Ellis and Mika playing a little bit of catch. Ellis shoots it deep. Helton's in the area. Oh! My goodness.
What a bid.
That seems like the coffin corner over there. Those discs just really unpredictable in their trajectory. Oh, and here we go another time. Leslie connects to Stambaugh. Leslie with her hands on her head, looking a little bit scared that was not going to connect.
She was like, was that me?
But hey, the wind gives and it takes, and this time it gave to that connection between Leslie and Stambaugh.
And good on Mika Leslie from being so heads up for that throw and just taking advantage of the open space in the end zone, and Stambaugh for just being ready. Kind of kick it into fifth gear there, but she put in the work.
That looked pretty good by San Diego. I think we are looking at a little bit of a tough deficit to come back from LA, with 4.5 minutes in 4:20.
But it's still, Neha, I really feel like the game feels closer than the score projects. And I think that is just a testament to the grit we have been seeing from this Astra team.
Yeah, I agree. There have been a lot of turns on both sides because of this wind. Look at that beautiful touch throw by Leslie. I don't think she even realized how nice that touch was. Stambaugh comfortably able to pull that one in.
Stambaugh smiling about it. She's like, I got you, no worries. But that inside flick earlier from Astra, I think if they can look for that throw more often, San Diego's not ready for it.
Pull there from Weaver. Her Los Angeles O point. We've got Yee on the sideline.
Yeah, Weaver backing there a bit.
Meister goes up line. Shade finds it in the middle of the field. Meister doing a little bit of cutting upfield. Oh, connecting with number 8. Back to Meister, who shoots it deep. Oh, they got ring in the area, but unable to come down with it. That one corner of the end zone there just continues to be a challenge for both teams.
I know, it's like the kill card in code names. It just can't happen. It can't get hit. We got to get it out of there.
That's called the code names kill corner on this Claremont High School field.
Monday morning, all the kids will come in. They'll know. Like, something's up with that corner.
That's true. Goosen picking up. Bile streaking deep. Walter with the floaty pass connection. Hits Weaver upfield on the sideline. Bile for another 10-yard gainer. Looking like a foul on the mark. Short pass to Bajunas, who bounces it to Weaver in the center of the field. To Walter. San Diego doing a good job of using the width of the field here. Boone throws a floater to a face-guarded Hannah Walter. Back to Weaver to Bajunas. San Diego being very patient here, but Los Angeles containing the downfield cutters. Handlers doing most of the work here. Oh, and it pays off. A drop there by San Diego.
Just a bit of a bobble, but I love that UCSB connection there with Weaver and Bloomy. Both two very prominent players from that college coming out here to play on San Diego Super Bloom.
That is the end of the third quarter, that being the last possession for San Diego, so that drop does not result in a possession for Los Angeles Astra.
Wow, that went by so fast.
That did. I mean, not many points scored in this quarter yet again.
Yeah,
we had 2 points for Astra and 4 points for San Diego.
That was quick math.
Yeah, well,
I can do the average for how many points about on average per quarter it was.
Yeah, well, we started off with 0-2.
Yeah, those are the stats that I need. I want to know, what is the lowest scoring game in the WL? What is the highest scoring game? What is the points per quarter?
I think there was a game
those?
2 years ago in the single digits, if I do remember correctly. And that was a horribly windy game. I believe Astra was there.
Do you remember where it was?
I cannot remember.
Yeah, I'm sure like up in the Northwest also you probably get some pretty windy, rainy games. I know Seattle has had a few of those too before.
Folks at home in the live stream, if you do know, please tell us in the comments.
Yeah, can they chat that in? That's my research I gotta do when I go home.
Well, let's take a look at the top plays for this game. I think there's been a lot of exciting stuff with the wind. Let's take a look here with the Los Angeles Astra first.
Our dynamic duo. Oh, So clean.
Great find.
I think it's the step out, too. Her step out is so long and it's so forward.
Yep.
It's just very elite.
Oh, and this insane grab here by Schultz.
Great grab by Schultz.
Basically triple Lutzing it into the end zone for a score. I mean, that's just class right there.
But also the throw off the sideline. And again, Nissan again. Now with this pressure coming in from the left.
Oh man, that's all a near block by Meister, who then again soars to try and block it for Bao. I mean, I don't know which highlight is better there, the Nissan grab or the almost double block by
great throw.
Meister. It'll be the grab for me, but
yeah.
I do have to give Meister the credit.
I mean, her layout is, I will screenshot that and just post her somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, Meister just having a fantastic game, really just being one of the strong quarterbacks for the team. Her and Shade together, both really having the Frisbee IQ and the direction for how these players are able to dictate the offense. I do think that we've talked about this earlier, the downfield cutters do need to do a better job of getting open from their defenders. San Diego's downfield defense being really strong, but the handlers have really been doing a great job of pushing the pace and the vision for the field.
Yeah, and carrying the ball. And I think San Diego's defense has been strong, but if Astra's cutters can just come in a little bit more, I think they're sitting a bit too deep, and they can get open on these players. Everyone's fast, but just find that space a bit closer because this wind is not kind.
We've got Gray with the pull. We are now in our last quarter of the game. Disc soars out of bounds there at approximately the 35-yard line.
I'd also love the average heights of both teams. Do they give that in WL stats?
Oh, we could do some quick math.
I'm sure, right? Okay, and next time, catch me on May 16th. I'll bring that to you all fans at home.
We have got Belkin with the disc. He's on the mark. Finds Igawa, who hits Pearson on the sideline, I believe. Back to Belkin.
Oh, nobody back.
Yeah, all alone. Hits Yen, though. Yen, another strong player for the LA offense.
Uh-oh.
Trying to connect with Steiner, but unable to make it. Gray looks like slightly injured on the play, but looks like everyone is okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a foul exactly, but maybe Steiner's foot just caught them in the back. Looks like they're okay, though.
He's winding up, but opting to hit the dump to find Peden, who swings it break side to Hallen. To the middle of the field for Tori Gray. Oh, and a block there by Yen. Oh, who's going to get it back? Oh, my goodness.
And that's bookends.
That is bookends by Chip Yen, captain of the Los Angeles Astra.
Wow. Interesting. I wasn't sure what the angle on that was to Abby Schultz. I wonder if it's just a bit behind her, but Yen really capitalized, and just the fast break.
Yeah, I mean, that's good vision by Los Angeles. Especially just to hit that corner, too. I think that's been the most successful corner there in this side of the field. So credit to Avalon Igawa.
Yep, and then the smile. You love the smile. But just to know you get the D and, okay, I'm not going to take a breath here. I'm just instantly going to run into the end zone and someone's going to throw it to me. I just think that is honestly pretty underrated.
Yeah,
Frisbee.
They really had that tenacity to lock that one in.
And Astra's quick. If they can capitalize on those fast breaks, I really think they could be pretty elite in this WL season.
We've got Ring here pulling for Los Angeles Astra. Just about 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. San Diego 12, Los Angeles 7.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty veteran line out here for Super Blue on the offensive.
Ring's pull coming to about the 45-yard line. Ellis picking up. Los Angeles in a person defense. Sitting with a pull play. Helton's looking for, I believe that's Kruzhnikova, who's able to come down with it. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, that is probably just how they drew it up.
What do you think they're talking about down there? Oh, exactly this.
Great work by Ellis, Helton, and Kruzhnikova. That was a just 1, 2, 3 string.
Clean.
Nice, clean offensive point. Conserving the clock, not tiring out their players. Good stuff.
I know. Is there any better feeling than drawing up a pull play and then having it work? And I love Ellis out here, just with the leggings and pulled back sleeves, very on brand. Gives it to Helton, and this clean throw in the end zone.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more variation in Los Angeles' defense, because San Diego is known for their pool plays, and if they are wise, I think Los Angeles will try to throw in a sag or some other type of variation in their defense as opposed to just person to try and muck that up and prevent these quick scores from happening, because they do have quite a long deficit in order to come back from.
I think that's an interesting call, Neha, and I wonder if they'll take that into account for their next games. Astra's always adapting, so hopefully we'll see that soon.
Oh no, just a misconnection there, I think, with Grimshaw and Belkin. Bloomy picks up. Not too much going up downfield, but Pajunas shoots it anyway. Looking for Guzman.
And we saw that. I mean, wide open space. Pajunas has that backhand throw as well, and I think the wind just brought it down, but great run by Guzman.
LA with another chance to hold this offensive point.
Very clean movements.
Igawa in the backfield. Finds Lee. Hitting So. Hits a Belkin. Back to Igawa. Get deep. There's Amy Lee in the area, but unable to connect in the end.
And I was just going to say, Amy Lee was very active last game, and they are probably one of the quickest players in the whole league, and I haven't seen them in many of the plays out here, but I was like, now would be a great time to huck it deep to Amy Lee, and there we have it. So I'm glad Astra saw it too, and it was just a little too far, but
yeah.
But that play is there, and Astra, I think, should definitely keep looking for it. It's a good opportunity.
Walter quickly hits Bloomy. San Diego on their end zone line. Oh, and a risky looking throw, but is able to connect with Guzman, who finds Pajunas for 15 yards or so of a gainer. It's a nice inside to Megan Maxfield. Actually looking for options. Finds Guzman. Back to the center of the field to Bile. There's a quick give and go to Hannah Walter, but disc slips through her hands.
And I think it is just a bit zippy down there, but I do like the quick looks from Super Bloom, and I think they need to slow down a bit because it's catching them off guard a bit.
Looks like an injury called on Los Angeles Astra. Avalon Igawa coming off the field.
I didn't quite see anything, so I hope it's just a tweak or something that isn't too substantial.
Yeah, looks like Sophie Franek coming on the field.
Yeah, definitely saw Iwagawa also playing more straight up mark on Kristen Pajunas. I think Astra's looking for the hucks a bit more from Super Bloom, so they're keeping an eye out for that. Astra finding the open player.
Belkin there. Finding So. Hits Belkin, then to Franek, who shoots it deep. Oh my goodness, there we go. That was that Amy Lee connection we were looking for.
Thank you, Astra. That's all I was asking for.
Man, that came quick. I feel like that was a very sneaky play by Los Angeles Astra. I don't think I was expecting Franek to hit Lee, to hit Lee that quickly.
Yeah, came in, took the sub for Iwagawa, and immediately, but I really love the pace on that throw. So let's see it here. You can see Franek coming in. Across the field. Good patience from Astra. Yep, and then just immediately. And
Yeah.
great pace. And Amy Lee is ready for it and just there to grab it out of the air. But sometimes you just got to get it in there quick because San Diego is coming, right? They're defense is so elite and so athletic, so that zip on the throw is almost necessary.
Yeah, and Lee was actually involved in the play a little bit earlier, catching a under for a few yards, not too many, but she was able to really be smart and stretch the field after she was able to clear out and dump it. And that really opened up the space for her to get that score. Got Nissen with the disc, winds it for a streaking Jenna Mansfield. Oh, and she is alone in the area.
And
No
that is that.
competition for that. She is just clean with that goal.
Wow, that was beautiful. Very well drawn up. I almost missed kind of what happened to her defensive player. I don't know if she made a cut under that was just deadly or...
I mean, these San Diego offensive positions are
Wow.
just too smooth. I don't know if Los Angeles is caught on their heels or what, but there's just no chance for them on any of these pull plays that they're making.
What a great throw and a great read. Also, the replay. Also in the dead part of this end zone, no points have been scored there. Yeah, defender just caught off guard, floats right into Jenna Mansfield's hands.
Man, that's nice. I mean, really exciting. Jenna Mansfield's first year playing in the WL. Coming down with a score like that, that is just too exciting.
And you can see her read it too. She's like, oh, is it left? Is it right? Like, let me take a second here, and I have all the time in the world, so no big deal.
All right, we are at 14-8 in the fourth quarter. Pull from Kayla Helton, falling at about the 20-yard line. Ellie with the pickup. Belkin with the disc. Looking for So, but good good handler defense there by San Diego.
And good read from Kayla Helton back there, who is playing deepest there. Nice roll and switch.
Helton finds Tan. Goes back to Helton. San Diego creeping up slowly with their handlers. Oh no. Helton does look for an open helm, but that disc just slides through her hands.
Yeah, kind of same play as with Hannah Walter earlier.
Belkin to Steiner. Astra with the opportunity now to hold. Steiner's looking upfield, but not much going on there. So they'll play through the handlers for now. Oh, but Steiner able to connect there with So again. And a timeout is called. Interesting play on the end zone line by the coach of Astra to call a timeout here.
I think that was a smart move, though. Again, that is that side of the end zone. That's a bit tricky. The wind's really been pushing the disc kind of toward the outside of the field. And so just to take a second to think about how you want to punch it in, very smart. Smart move by Astra, coach.
You know, I wonder the statistics, though, on calling timeouts in the end zone like that versus just letting it play out.
What do you think?
Well,
What's
you
your
know, I
opinion?
just have a theory that these kind of timeouts do tend to calm the nerves down, but then picking up from a dust disc is actually very challenging. And so I do think that a lot of unintentional turnovers do happen after a timeout is called on the end zone line like that. So I do want to know some stats on what's the conversion rate after a timeout called on the end zone line.
Because you're right. I do wonder if it's worth it, actually, if you think about that. Just like in football, you're like, hey, can you throw the ball? But it's statistically better to run it, even though it's not as entertaining. But I really do wonder.
Well, let's just take some nice looks at our replays here.
This throw. I love that throw. I really do.
Yeah, that, I mean, had a beautiful line for Lee to get that.
And Megan Maxfield there looking back like, I didn't think it was going to go off.
I mean, I don't think that she could have done anything to stop that.
Oh, and the beautiful lefty backhand hook.
Just great read there. You know what? What did we call that corner?
The code names, dead zone
Codenames
coder.
kill corner.
Yeah.
All right, disc is in now. Belkin picking up. Looks for Igawa. Igawa looking for options. Not much there. Finds Belkin for a break side connection with Yen. Oh, and Vranick just on the end zone line. Oh, and a hammer thrown. Wow, what a connection to So.
Wow, that was an incredible point.
Oh, that was a visionary look there by Vranick to get to So. I mean, maybe my theory is wrong about these timeout calls.
I was holding my breath that entire time. Just some real close calls, but a very visionary look. And to that corner, that's kind of tough.
Wow.
Astra punches it in, though.
Let's see this nominee for play of the game here.
There's the timeout call. Yep. There we go.
Oh man, I love that look by Brannick. Oh,
Wow.
gosh. You know, this is what I think that my my scoobers are gonna look like, and then I just usually end up
I know, they make it look
turfing
easy.
it or putting it to the entirely wrong corner of the end zone.
I guess these are professionals, Neha.
All right, well, we are off again. We have a sideline disc.
Laura Bloomy picking up. Oh, in the bid!
Oh my God! Oh my goodness. That is a crazy grab there.
And there is
Megan
folks.
Maxfield. Wow.
What a grab. What? And you saw Naomi Guzman get the disc. She was like, okay, now's my chance. I got to huck it. Who's in the end zone? The one and only Megan Maxfield.
Oh, wow. That was nice.
Wow. And again, the disc is just sailing. We've seen it go out the back so many times, but just to get that hand on it. Yep.
Oh, Guzman.
Oh, here we go. I mean, it looks so far, and it's going so fast.
That
And the
is stellar.
clap catch layout. She almost can't believe it herself. No, she can. She can. She's like, I'm Megan Maxfield, of course.
That is fabulous. We are at 15-9 San Diego to Los Angeles. Just about 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
We have Tori Gray on the pole.
Big floaty one. Coming in at about the 50-yard line.
Iwagawa back in, which is a great sign for Astra.
Holland on the mark. Belkin looking for options. Oh my goodness, what a
Woo!
clean throw by Belkin to hit Lee.
Very
and
nice.
and to Yen and to Steiner in the end zone. That was great flow there by Los Angeles Astra's offense.
Yeah, quick backhands up the line. And again, we see that zippy throw on that side that just gets there quick enough so that the wind can't do its thing. The disc floats right into the player's hands. And I guess not float, kind of zooms in there, but they're heads up. And it seems like Astra has really kind of capitalized on that throw. So we'll see if it happens again for the next 5 minutes of the game. But they're definitely playing well on that sideline.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great example of Los Angeles Astra breaking through the zone for San Diego. I think that this was one of the first times that we saw them punching through that cup. I don't think that...
Oh, that was so close,
Yeah, it was
too.
very close by the cup of San Diego.
Jenna Mansfield was right there. Chip Young comes down with it. And then Steiner just heads up. Yep, open in the end zone. Textbook.
Yeah, to be honest, if I'm a coach, I don't know if I'm that upset about a throw going through the cup that was so close to two players knocking it down.
So close. And that's literally, that's how you break it. But if you can't do that, then zone's pretty unstoppable.
Ring with the pull. Ellis picking up at about the 45. Einstein. Los Angeles coming in with a little bit of a sag here. San Diego handlers not perturbed. Fine stand on the sideline. Back to Ellis. I was looking for a gainer upfield. Finds Kruzhnikova. To Cam Helm. Moving swiftly up the field. Who shoots it deep. Helton is alone in the area. That is an interesting choice for Los Angeles to let Helton go deep like that. But great throw by Helm to find Helton in the end zone.
Great throw. I will say, it looked like there was two Astra players in the end zone, but they were fronting Helton, and I think that makes sense because those discs have been flying out that end zone, but that just had the perfect amount of float on it from Cam Helm. Very impressive focus on that throw, and I mean, know your receiver, huh?
Yep. Let's see that other look again from Helm to Helton.
Yeah, Yeah, 2 Astra players in the space, but just it gets right over their heads, and I think that's just a testament to the throw. We are LA 10, San Diego 16, with about 4.5 minutes left in the half.
Guzman with another amazing pull upwind to about the 30-yard line. That was great. Probably the best coming from that side of the field. Oh, this sails over the hands.
Stop.
Chip Yen, but so able to come down with it. Who finds Yen again. Pick called, though, with Belkin with the disc.
As the crowd would say, that was so sick. What a grab.
Belkin looking for options. Yen coming up line, but good defense there by San Diego. Oh, my goodness. That was inches away from the hands of So. So just been really heads up this game, I have to say.
And in a good spot in the end zone, similar to how Kayla Helton was earlier in the game in the previous point. And just if you can get that throw right over that defender and it's going to stay in the end zone, it's a good look. And you have some time, and that one was just a little too high.
Yep. San Diego with another break chance here. Guzman has the disc, finds a nice inside to Meredith Bile. Bile looking for the dump.
Nice handler
Finds
defense by
Guzman, though.
Iwagawa.
Bloomy picks up a low pass from Guzman, who hits Weaver very close to the sideline, but manages to keep it in. An inside shot, not sure who the intended target was, but Maxfield able to reel that one in. Hannah shoots it deep to Maxfield. The disc is sailing interestingly, but beautiful read. Dumps it back to Weaver. Oh, who does another cheeky look to Mansfield. Oh, and what a block there. Looks like some discussion on if there is a foul.
Yeah, it was hard to see with this angle. It was a great throw right over the defender and Gusher from the defender. It looked like Maxfield had hands on it. But I like the look.
Looks like it was a foul. The foul was upheld by the observer.
Kind of hits her hand coming down.
I guess that's true. So Maxfield will pick it up at the end zone line. Oh, and a lefty backhand and finds Weaver for an easy score.
I like it. It's the reverse. Maxfield to Weaver, Weaver to Maxfield.
That is 17 San Diego, 10 Los Angeles Astra with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, all in all, it's a super bloom score. Very nice talk from the players, though. Looks like it was a nice, clean call.
Let's have a look at this floaty throw.
Kind of a high release.
Oof, man. That's Amy Lee almost getting that one.
Yeah, intended pass there looked for Bloomy, but then Maxfield was there. We love this huck from Hannah Walter here that floats just enough left where Maxfield has enough time to open that space.
Maxfield doing a great job of reading these kind of crazy throws downwind.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be a lot of variability in when they're coming down at, but then to just make that nice easy pass to Weaver in the end zone.
We have got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. What are you thinking LA needs to do to make the most of these last 2 minutes?
I really think this is a good time for LA to kind of hone in on their offense here and take some of those downfield cutters in and experiment with what it's like to play close to one another across the field and not just in the handler space.
Mm-hmm. Shade with the disc. Finding Yee on the sideline. Hit Smith. Smith looking for options downfield. Oh no. Dump is unsuccessful to Shade.
Just a bit of a bobble. I've noticed though San Diego has really liked those inside flicks, and they've been working really well. So I'd like to see those from Astra also. Really opens up the field.
Mansfield with the disc. Looking for Nissen, but great defense by Yee. Knocking it
That's his second
just
D of the
away.
game. It's those very close quarter handler up lines. We've seen a lot of Ds there.
Got Wong with the disc in the backfield, looking for Shade again.
Astra
Back
looks
to
like
Shade.
playing a little tighter.
Yeah, I agree. Shade and Wong. Shade and Wong. Finds Ring, though. Hitting Smith. Floaty look to Shade. Oh, and a good block by Tori Gray. Getting right in front of Oda.
Great block there and a good read. Definitely had a gust of wind pick up there, and I don't know if that affected, but I feel for the players on the field.
Oda on the mark. Gray looking for options. Hallen with the disc now. Back to Gray. Gray wants it downfield. Oh, and a timeout is called. I think a wise choice. The offense was looking a little bit stagnant from Super Bloom.
And if you look at where folks are on the field right now, we definitely had a lot of Super Bloom in the backfield. And granted, those hucks have been working for them, but I think the wind definitely picked up there in that last few seconds. And so I think they just got to bring it back in a little bit, make the easy throw, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is a break opportunity for San Diego. San Diego comfortably in the lead, but of importance is that there's only 23 seconds remaining, and for San Diego to maintain possession for those 23 seconds, they can finish out the game and secure this win.
True. So what do you think they're chatting about in that timeout over there?
Well, I think they're aiming for goal differential at this point.
Yeah.
They really want to punch this one in and have an opportunity to increase their goal differential. They are currently in second place in the Southern Conference because I believe Arizona having a higher goal differential than San Diego puts them in first place. So I think that's probably a strategy here going on. We are probably going to see a little bit of possession play from San Diego to try and prevent to prevent Los Angeles from having an opportunity to get another score and close that goal differential. But as we know, goal differential does play into the rankings for playoffs if a team were to make it and in case of a tie.
And San Diego would like to defend their championship, so it makes sense that that's what they would be aiming for. But let's see Astra come out here and defend this. Keep San Diego from doing so.
Ellis with the pickup. Weaver in the ISO space. Finds Weaver, who hits a streaking Neeson. Hitting Abby Schultz. Back to Neeson. The disc is floating.
Bit floaty, but has time.
Hits Leslie. Oh, and a floaty pass to Neeson. And that is the final timer, so whoever scores this wins. Ed Schultz looking like they caught it in the end zone. That is the San Diego score.
Wow. And
with 0 minutes to spare. That is +1 for the goal differential, Sydney.
And I love Logan Manlove had the goal call before Abby Schultz could get to it that time. So great way to end the game. But I mean, what a catch. Can Abby Schultz just not catch it in the end zone? I don't think it's possible.
I have no idea, but that was just visionary by the San Diego offense. I mean, it was
She had
really
6 goals last game, so I wonder if she had more this game. I'll have to go back and count. Maybe she had 4, thought so, but what a great fight from the LA Astra. Here's the replay on that goal here. Nice over-the-top throw to Nissan here. The lefty. And then just very, very keen. Jams it in. Your receiver's Abby Schultz. She toes it in. It's a great way to end the game. Really impressive fight from both teams. I thought it was a very enthusiastic, exciting game. I love to see the Shade Meister duo in the backfield for Astra. I think that was really something special to watch, and I can't wait to see that pair moving forward and see how Astra will adapt their offense here in their next game.
Yeah, I mean, very strong showing from San Diego today. I think Los Angeles couldn't meet the mark this game. But to their credit, they did start to iron out some of the kinks for their offense, and I think that showed towards the second half of the game.
I agree. They're developing. They're, first year back in the WUL, and so they're learning the systems again, and they're learning the teams. San Diego, of course, defending champions, very strong. Great showing here and with the Bay last week. So we'll really see who kind of gives them the biggest fight in their conference. I'm really curious how the Arizona game will go. I think that'll be a great matchup. And I'm excited for this team moving forward. We'll see if San Diego is challenged in a way that they haven't quite seen yet this season.
Yeah, I think last time I checked, the end of the third quarter for the Bay Area Falcons game was 20-9 Bay Area. So Bay Area Falcons doing a very strong job of recovering their goal differential. Let's take a look at the play of the game, which I think we know what it's going to be.
Oh, yeah?
This is in the fourth quarter here. Oh, we got a different. Oh, this is not what I was expecting, but this gorgeous grab by Neeson, and these two flying bids by Meister.
I like it because it's a double play of the game. You have great offense and great defense in this.
Right.
Really captures the spirit of Ultimate Frisbee, if you will.
Wow.
And just really toes it in there, too. Is able to step almost inside, and then just that quick release on that backhand.
That's too good. Well, folks at home, if you enjoyed this stream, please do continue to support the WL and your favorite women, non-binary, trans players in Ultimate Frisbee. Special thanks again to our sponsors, Discraft, Friction Gloves, and Breakmart for their support. And if you like to catch more games, we have another game tomorrow, March 29th at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, Colorado Alpenglow versus Oregon Soar. Don't miss that tomorrow at 4 p.m. playing in Thornton, Colorado. Okay, this is an honorable mention, in my opinion, of the play of the game, just because I think this bid was gorgeous by Megan Maxfield.
I mean, truly.
We just love the bids, I think.
It really is what makes this game so fun. Yeah, one more look.
Just that beautiful power position hug. Naomi Guzman taking the opportunity.
And again, being able to run onto it like that. It's falling pretty fast, so to capture that moment, nice work. Very nice. Very nice, Super Blue.
Well, thank you all to all of the fans watching at home, as well as all of the fans in the stands. Wanted to wish you a very happy weekend and hope you enjoyed this episode of the WL. San Diego 18, Los Angeles 10. We will catch you at our next home game, which is the 19th of April. Catch that on the YouTube link.
Or is it the 11th? I think it's the 11th.
Excuse me, the 11th. And we'll see you there. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.